Good afternoon, all of you. So, ready to learn something new today? Huh? Tax management evasion is there. Read it. Once again, we will read the last part. Rest all is over. How to distinguish between tax management evasion, that's what we have done last, and we will again continue that. Okay, pin drop silence. Now we are starting with some concept, and it's a wonderful topic called as agricultural income for 5 marks. Either separate problem is asked, compute the income and tax thereon with agricultural income, or sometimes they will ask you in the total income problem. When we will finish all the 5 heads of income in the total income, they will ask you, okay, calculate the income and tax thereon along with agricultural income. Okay, when we say that we like dessert, no one likes simple dessert, na? जब हम छोटे थे तो we used to eat like chocolate ice cream or kesar pista like that. Now it's all hodgepodge pura. Yes or no? With toppings. So in your inter exam, the most important 2 toppings which are surely there for exam, one is they will give you agricultural income and then calculate the tax, which you are going to learn today. And another is donations. You will study a topic called as donations, how to take the deductions. These are the 2 most important topics for your exam also. Okay, right. Let us first learn how to tax this agricultural income. Yeah, I am leaving right now residential status chapter. I hope you are also scrolling up the pages and directly on page number 31. So you all got your workbook, right? So enjoy writing in that. Lot of header footer spaces are there जहाँ पे लाइव मेकअप क्लास चलेगा. ठीक है, चलो शुरू करते हैं. Agricultural income concepts are asked in objective question, that we will do first, and then second part we will take up the questions. Any doubts are there, just pause me. What we are discussing is 2 questions right now. What is agricultural income and whether it is taxable or not. What are the conditions when it's going to be taxable? So first of all, what is agricultural income? Agricultural income, how much you know about it? Please tell me. What is agricultural income? Income which is derived by agricultural activity, and it has to be in India. Okay, so what happens is, in the Constitution of India, we are not having the power in income tax to charge tax directly on the agricultural income. Like we have 5 heads, no? Salary, house, property, business head, tuck. Like that, agricultural income, we don't have the power. Because there is a section called as section 10. Section 10s are all exemptions. And clause 1. Section 10(1) says agricultural income earned in India is exempt. Okay, what is it saying? Agricultural income earned in India is exempt. Ma'am, फिर exempt है तो क्यों tax करना है? Indirectly we are going to tax it, and why and how. So now what is agricultural income, that we will learn. Say this is for that agricultural income, what it is and whether it is taxable or not. These are the 2 conditions or questions. For that we know that agricultural income is agricultural activity, but should it be on agricultural land or not? Answer you all gave correct. I said what is agricultural activity? You said whatever activity they do on farms and all, fruits, vegetable, flowers. आजकल तो farming भी बहुत अच्छा business हो गया है, right? तो farming and home gardening and plantings and landscape gardening, बहुत सारे concepts आ गए हैं उसमें. So it has to be an agricultural activity on agricultural land. Now what do you mean by agricultural land? Let us take this as the city kilometer radius. You know, every city has its district, Huh? Hyderabad may we are to Hyderabad metro city, then districts are there, mandals are there. So you know, every city has its boundary right from the zero area. 0 miles se boundary hai ki this is what is Hyderabad. Now 8 kilometers you leave on every side. 8 kilometers in the outskirts of the Hyderabad, where the Hyderabad city limit is ending, that is also Hyderabad. Beyond that, whatever is the land, this is called as agricultural land. On that, whatever agricultural activity you are doing, that is called as what? Agricultural income. What we are learning right now, dear students? What is agricultural income? So agricultural income is a process, agricultural activity से जो income होती है, but that has to be done on agricultural land. Land has to be situated in India. If I am getting agricultural income from say Sri Lanka, it will be taxable in income from other sources. ये residential status में बहुत आता है. You know, when a person is having income from world, they'll say agricultural land from Finland, Spain, Russia, something. Will it be taxable in India? Yes. Yes. Agricultural income is exempt subject to one condition, that land should be situated in India. It should be in the outskirts of the city, leave 8 kilometers radius. Beyond that, whatever it is, that is agricultural land. Now, agricultural land by agricultural income, they are giving in 3 ways. First is whatever you are getting as rent received because of the agricultural activity. See, it is very common that I am holding an agricultural land in the outskirts of the city, say this Sri Salem Highway Road. I have agricultural land, but I am into teaching. I am not doing farming. Can I give it on rent to a farmer and farmer is paying me rent? So that is actually a rental income, not an agricultural activity income. But rent is derived because of the giving it on rent for which activity? Agricultural activity. I am opening up lot of questions after this, finishing this. Second is straight away agricultural activity. If you are doing agricultural activity, it is your agricultural income. Okay, processing, pruning, this, that, detail GST में भी पढ़ोगे आप. Agricultural activities में बहुत सारे activities आते हैं, तो all that is directly taxable. Third is income from outhouse. You know, in farms we have outhouses where all the equipments and all are kept for agricultural activities. So from that, if you are getting income, all this is called as agricultural income, provided this activities or this rental income or revenue derived or income from outhouses on which land? Agricultural land. Simple. Next to our academy is an open plot, and in the evenings, let us all start doing organic farming over there. You know, out of the way, I am saying that everyone should do gardening. There's a reason, wo hum baad mein dekhenge. Right now, we are all doing organic farming over there. We are growing some basic, you know, palak and curry leaves and coriander and all, simple. So next to our academy is an open plot, and there we are doing agricultural activity. Whatever we produce, we keep a flea market every Sunday and we sell off. Without chemicals, you are getting fruits, vegetables, you know, very common nowadays. Is this an agricultural activity? Yes. Is it taxable or exempt? Taxable, because it is situated in the heart of the city. We are in the city and this is not an agricultural land. So you know, शौकिया जो लोग करते हैं ना अपने घर में, growing and then giving it or selling it by putting up counters and all that will be taxable. Now let us talk about Ramoji Film City. You all know? Have you all visited Ramoji Film Studio? Huh? So that is how many kilometers away from the city? More than 36 kilometers around. Is it in the outskirts of the city? Yes. Is it agricultural land? Yes or no? What are the activities going on in Ramoji Film City? Entertainment. They allow people to visit the film studios by charging a ticket. Second, what is going on? Shootings. They give it for shootings. Third, what goes on is functions, weddings, Mughal garden, all receptions and all wedding functions and all are being held. Hotels are also there, Tara Sitara inside. So lot of tourism activities are going on an agricultural land. Can Ramoji Film City say our income is exempt? We are located on agricultural land. What is missing? Agricultural activity. Have you understood and learnt it? Very easy. What are the two main ingredients? खाना खाना है. क्या खाना है? एक तो क्या चाहिए? Agricultural land. Second in India. And second is agricultural activity. So Ramoji Film City or Wonderla Amusement Park and all these are situated. So many resorts, Pragati resorts and all, they are all situated in the outskirts of the city, 35-40 kilometers deep in the jungles. But then they are not doing agricultural activity. So their income is taxable. In the heart of the city, if we are doing plantations, nurseries and all that, very well nursery income is taxable. You can't say nursery ki income hai, hum to nature ko help kar rahe hain and all that. These are all commercial nurseries and very well taxable. Online, nowadays the plants are being purchased, seeds and plants are being purchased online. It's all taxable. Clear? So with this, let us read our material. What do you mean by agricultural income? पूछो, कोई डाउट है तो भी पूछना, ये रीड कर लो पहले. It may be rent or revenue derived from land situated in India and used for agricultural purpose. So rent and revenue you are deriving. You yourself are not doing agricultural activity. You are getting rental income. And it is used for what purpose? Agricultural purpose. If you have given it on rent, but they are hosting say weddings and functions in the farmhouse, will it be exempt? No. Though they are paying you rentals for accommodation and all, it will be very well taxable. Next is, it may be income derived from such land through agricultural process. Growing, pruning, seeding, replantations, watering and all that till the primary goods are ready. Everything is agricultural activity. It's a very easy topic, super scoring, 5 marks. One class it will be clear. Pay attention. Next one. Agricultural income may be derived from any farm building situated near the agricultural outhouse and all. From there, if you are getting the income, you have given it out on rent to put agricultural equipments and all that, it will be taxable. So what are the three sources of agricultural income? Rent or revenue derived from agricultural land. Directly you are doing agricultural process or you are using it as any farm building. Can you underline the clue words the way I have done? These being very important. और रीड भी करो एक बार वापस, कुछ डाउट है तो पूछो. ठीक है, चलो नेक्स्ट. Now this all should be on agricultural land. So land, they say shortest aerial distance from municipality or cantonment board. Your municipality limit population according to the last census. So if the population is above 10 lakhs, we are not in town, we are in city. So will the population be above 10 lakhs? Yes. So what you have to see? Land situated 8 kilometers from the municipality cantonment board. I showed you the diagram, this one. Municipality board is this, 8 kilometers leave. Now this is all agricultural land. Okay. Now, if the population is above 1 lakh and less than 10 lakhs, then 6 kilometers you have to consider. If it's a small village, 10,000 town, 10,000 ke above population up to 1 lakh, then 2 kilometers. And if the population is less than 10,000, then it is a village only. Inside that village also, whatever activity is going on, it is agricultural activity. I mean, say agricultural land. Clear or not? So if you remember all fine. If not, what is most important? 8 kilometers. Suppose if there's a small village जिसका population ही 10,000 है, so it's an agricultural land and you can do agricultural activity exempt. Population is above 10,000, less than 1 lakh, then city के 2 kilometers radius you leave, then agricultural land. If the population is 1 lakh to 10 lakhs of that small town, then city का कितना kilometers छोड़ना है आपको? 4. 1 lakh to 10 lakh is 6, 6 kilometers, and then above 10 lakh it is 8 kilometers. Clear? Any doubt until now in your mind? What activities are going to be exempt? Agricultural. What activities are going to be taxable? Non-agricultural. ठीक है? Right. And when they talk about agricultural land, यहाँ पे लिख दो land in India. Agricultural land in India. तो ही agricultural income exempt होगा. यहाँ पे लिखो agricultural income from outside India. If the agricultural income is received from outside India, it is taxable in income from other sources. Now, let us see some special cases. Mark these both table as important for objective questions. Now you have all kind of objective questions, MCQs and true and false and all. So there they can ask you, is this an agricultural income or not? Simple. So let us see first cases which are agricultural income. Rent for agricultural land from tenant or subtenant. It's an agricultural activity. I am not doing agricultural activity, but I have given it out on rent and that farmer is doing the agricultural activity. Clear? Second, income from growing of flowers and creepers. Have you seen in the outskirts of the city huge rose farming and marigold farming is done? Marigold farming, like especially in the time of Dashera, Diwali, and rose farming. See, because we have flower markets also in the city, yes or no? For every festival, puja, functions, churches, mosques, temples, everywhere flowers are used. So, growing of flowers is also an agricultural activity if it is done in the agricultural land. Okay? Income from sale of replanted trees. Replanted trees. Now, you know, if you go in the outskirts of the city, dear students, you will see greenhouses. Have you seen? Greenhouses is, they have those greenhouses and they keep spraying water. And coolers are there to maintain that temperature, so that in that temperature, that kind of vegetables will grow, which are not normally available. See, now we don't have seasons. Every now and then you get all the kind of flowers and fruits. Earlier roses means winters. बाद में nature तो rose नहीं देगा, but we want roses 12 months. So now what it is? Greenhouses. Now why they are using this word replanting is, ma'am, last 15 minutes, whatever you have been saying, you are saying activity should be done on agricultural land. Correct or not? If we are doing agricultural activity in potted plants, have you seen how farming is done in nursery? They have those small trays. In that they will put the seeds, and when the seeds grow up into shoots, they put it in the plants, and those plants are sold. This is how repotting is done, not plotting, potting, repotting. So why they are giving that it's an agricultural activity? Because genuinely anyone can say, ma'am, यहाँ पे तो पूरी farming potted plants में हो रही है, ज़मीन में कहाँ हो रही है? It's not being done on agricultural land. It is being done on potted plants. So this is not agricultural activity, but it is agricultural activity if that farm is located on agricultural land. You know, when there are nurseries, melas in the city, anyone visits ever? Nursery mela, no? Some of you, right? So do go. So they have like plantations from Nizamabad and all those areas, outskirts. So there the nurseries are set up, the plants are taken out from the land, potted, and those big pots are being sold. So just because the planting is done in potted plant, will it not be an agricultural activity? No, it will be agricultural activity. You want to read it again or clear? Read that line. Income from sale of replanted trees. सागवान के trees लगाते हैं, teak wood लगाते हैं, after then they sell it and all. Share of the profit or salary received by a partner. This is, I don't know why, but asked so many times in the exam, in MCQs, true and false and all. Mark this one, very important. If agricultural activity is done by a partnership firm, then whatever profits partners are getting, it will be exempt. Why? Because it's which activity? Agricultural activity. And if one of the partner is working partner and if he is getting salary, that salary will also be exempt. Because आपको salary क्यों मिल रही है? You're working in a firm. And that firm is working on which activity? Agricultural activity. But now I'll twist the case. Suppose it's a limited company who is doing farming activity. Okay? So their profits are exempt because which activity they are doing? Farming. But you all are shareholders. You are shareholders in a company which is doing farming activity. And that company has paid dividend to you all shareholders. Now what do you think? Your dividend should be taxable or exempt? Exempt? So case ही समझ में नहीं आया or clear? Clear, no? See, if it is a partnership firm giving net profit to partners, it is exempt. Why? Because partnership firm is doing which activity? Farming, agriculture. It is a company earning net profit, exempt. To the shareholders, they are giving dividend. Is that dividend exempt in the hands of shareholders? Answer is no. It will become taxable. Shareholder, you are getting dividend on your income. You are getting dividend on your income. As a shareholder, आप थोड़ी farming कर रहे हो. Followed or not? If it is a proprietorship firm or partnership firm, it is exempt. But if it is a company, then it will become taxable. Clear? Right. Shareholders, ये लिख लो ना. Company's profit will be exempt, agricultural income है, but shareholders getting dividend, not exempt. It will become taxable. See, this may be looking कि हम कैसे haphazard लिख रहे हैं, but ऐसे ही लिख के उसको learn करना है. Yeah, online students, anyone is having any doubt, ask, please, पूछो. Partnership firm getting profits, exempt. Partner getting salary, exempt. Shareholders getting dividend, taxable. थोड़ा रास्ता लंबा हो गया ना. You are the shareholder of a company. That company is doing agricultural activity. Right. Interest received by partner on his capital from a firm which is engaged in agricultural activity. Put a bracket here. Both are exempt. Partner is getting profit from an agricultural firm, exempt. Salary from agricultural firm. Do you all know interest is paid on capital to partners? Yes or no? Interest on loan, interest on capital. Huh? So all this interest paid on the capital, it will be exempt. Any doubts? Next, fees collected for growing or allowing cattle to graze on forest land of Spontaneous growth. I have a farm in which I am not doing any activity. You all know how farming is. आज तो लगा है पक्का हम सब horticulturist बन जाएंगे क्लास के एंड तक. हाँ? How farming is? Have you kept in pot like that कि ना उसमें कुछ नहीं उगाना है तो वो ऐसे खाली पड़ा रहेगा? Same is our mind actually. That's why we plug weeds, no? I have grown tulsi but उसके side में भी उग जाता है, उसको क्या बोलते हैं? Weeds, and we need to plug it. So the thing is, I have a plot, agricultural land. I am not doing anything, it's barren, but automatically plantations will come. Yes or no? Seeds and pollination और बहुत सारे reasons हैं जिससे अपने आप वहाँ पे झाड़ लगते रहते हैं. And next is, you know, cattle, they come and graze over there. Grazing. They pay me some fees. That fees is what? Agricultural income exempt. Huh? Chalo. Next is compensation received from insurance company due to damage of tea garden from hailstorms and all. Tea garden and all that is done in the agricultural land only. Hill stations and all we see. Down Munnar, Kerala or Darjeeling and all, if we go, tea gardens are there. So those are agricultural activity, and if there are any damages and if government is paying any compensation, it is exempt. Anyhow, just let me tell you something. Government compensation received is always exempt. Suppose if the long back one flyover came down and there is some accident and government is giving compensation, that compensation received from government is always exempt. It is never taxable because it's given for some reason. Income from growing of mulberry leaves. Mulberry leaves किस लिए use होते हैं? School days है बिल्कुल, geography, biology. Income tax ही पढ़ रहे हैं ना, for sure ना? Anyone has idea? Mulberry leaves are used for what? किसको use होते हैं mulberry leaves? Little. ऐसे दोस्त को मत बोलो और फिर बाद में बोलोगे मैं बोला था देख. या that's not right answer. Mulberry leaves are, who eats mulberry leaves? Huh? Silkworms. Silkworms are there, no? Have you heard or not this? मत बोलो 10th क्लास पास किए, सब लोग बैठ के सिर हिला रहे हंस रहे. Silkworms are feeded mulberry leaves so that they become motu, and they give lot of larva. From that larva what is produced? Silk yarn, silk thread, and from silk thread silk yarn. So if you are just growing mulberry leaves in your farm, आप सिर्फ पत्ते उगा रहे, is it agricultural activity? Yes, but you are feeding the mulberry leaves to silkworm and getting silk yarn. It is which activity? Non-agricultural activity. Taxable. Want me to repeat or clear? Just growing the mulberry leaves. It's all written here, nothing to write. And still if you feel, ये रहा देखो, income from growing the mulberry leaves is NT. NT Rama Rao nahi, NT means from now onwards, because I am going to teach you residential status also. NT means not taxable. और नीचे ही आ जाओ, नीचे होगा feeding the, ये रहा, growing mulberry leaves and feeding the silkworms. This is taxable. Followed or not? Next, income from sale of plants and seedlings in pot. This is also asked to confuse the students. If farming is done in pots, is it taxable, exempt, not taxable? Like that, they'll give you 4 options in MCQs. So what it is? Not taxable. Even if farming is done in pots, it is not taxable. Now let us see example of non-agricultural income, but all these activities are done on agricultural land only. बिना देखे, can you say, I have locked that screen, but can you just imagine and say, what all activities you have seen on agricultural land which are not tax, I mean say which are not agricultural activity, but land तो agricultural ही है. क्या activities होती हैं city के बाहर? Poultry farms, very good example. Poultry farms are all in the outskirts of the city. They are all agricultural land. But what is poultry farm activity? Taxable. It's not agricultural activity. Next. See? What is happening in the outskirts of the city? Huh? Dairy farms, poultry farms, fisheries. Yes? Is it done on agricultural land? And is it exempt? अच्छा, सिटी के बाहर ट्रेन में दिखते हैं ब्रिक मेकिंग, दिखते हैं ना, वो भट्टी रहती है. Where the brick making is done usually, where that quality of mud is there, जहाँ पे वो, तो वो वहाँ से क्या बनाएंगे? ब्रिक्स बनाएंगे. ब्रिक मेकिंग यूनिट्स रहते हैं ना. These brick making units are located where? On the agricultural land. But what is that activity? Brick making. So it is taxable. Same from here, Hyderabad to Mumbai, you go, one of the biggest cement factory is there. You know, I don't know after which station it comes. No, the biggest cement factory is there. So these cement factories are located at place where that stone is available. Stone को break करके ही they make those stones, quarry stones and powdered cement. So where is the cement factory located? Agricultural land. But what activity they are doing? One more last example is, if you go in the outskirts of the city, do you see windmills? हर जगह होते हैं ना आजकल तो. गुजरात and east coast, if you go Chennai to Pondicherry, those everywhere, TTD, all this Tirupati also. So these windmills, all activities. Gujarat coast, if you go, no, on the coast, they bring that sea water, dry it in the compartments and make salt out of that. That's why we have Run of Kutch as one of the tourist place. You all know this? It's a gulf, no? So they take this water from the sea, dry it, get raw salt, send it to the factory, जहाँ chemicals मिला के उसको clear करके we get iodized salt. So now that वो plotting and accumulating that salt in वो ऐसे क्यारियाँ बना के पूरा salt जमा करते हैं. All that activity is on which land? Agricultural land. But what is that activity? Not agriculture. Clear or not? I have given you 7-8 examples. I think if you read this today, it will be very clear. Chalo. Income from marketing process fisheries. Once the agricultural product comes into market, secondary packing is done, labeling is done, and you need to get egg mark. Egg mark मालूम है ना? जैसे हम जो product खरीदते हैं सब पे ISA and all those markings are there, standard markings. Like that agricultural. All those activities, samples you have to send and all that is taxable. Clear or not? Nothing to do with agricultural activity. Income from supply of water for irrigation purpose. Some farmers are smart, this is a canal going and they have a farm here. They don't do farming. In their farm, they put 8 to 9 pumps. पूरा कैनल का पानी लेके दूसरे फार्म्स में सप्लाई करते हैं and then they charge rent for that. Can you imagine this is a common activity? My farm is located near the canal. I'm just extracting water and giving it everywhere and that's what I get the income. Is it an agricultural activity? No. So, taxable. What is that? Income from supply of water for irrigation purpose. Income from mining activities. Mines are all agricultural land, but mining is taxable. Income from sale of earth for brick making. Just now I told you, for brick making they use that kind of mud. Income from sale or forestries of spontaneous growth, wood bark, leaves, fruits, etc. Especially this is like, Spice, if you go to Kerala and all, spices and all garden they will show you, and spices और उन सब का rubber plantation और ऐसे सब naturally grow होते हैं. So these are all very well taxable. The reason is because these are not raw sold. There is lot of process after that. Can you eat the cocoa beans like that? No. After that cocoa beans it is powdered and they make cocoa powder और उससे chocolate बनता है, वो chocolate हम खाते हैं, right? Income from stone quarries, cement and all manufacturing, taxable. Poultry and dairy farms, taxable. Dividend received from by a company out of agricultural income. Dividend paid by a company but received by. Taxable यहाँ लिखो और इसको स्टार मार्क करो, ये 2-3 बार आ चुका है. Taxable in hands of shareholders. Taxable. I know few things I am repeating and making you write because income tax is a nice subject. When we move ahead, if we repeat, we have learned and cemented it, parked it. Dividend paid by company out of agricultural income. Taxable in the hands of the shareholders. Interest on arrears of rent payable in respect of agricultural land. Now what is this? You are paying me 50,000 rent for agricultural activity in my farm. That 50,000 is exempt. Rent derived from agricultural activity, 50,000 is exempt. But you paid rent instead of, I told you pay the rent by 10th. Instead of 10th, you pay the rent on 26th of March. Now will I charge you late fees, interest and all? That interest income, can we say ये भी तो farming से आया, इसको भी exempt करो? No. Why you are paying me the interest or the late fees? On late receipt of the money. It has got nothing to do with farming. Frankly tell me, examples are going bouncer कि समझ में आ रहा है? समझ में आ रहा है, क्लियर है? देखो ये पढ़ो और फिर से पूछो, कोई डाउट है तो. Interest on arrears of the rent payable in respect of agricultural. If you want, you can write a clarification here. Rent received exempt. This is the way to study. Abhi I am helping you out. Final mein you have to make your notes like this. Some notes here, some notes, booster notes, and I am telling you, self-sufficient हो जाओगे आप. जो भी चीज समझ में आए नहीं है ना, उसको ऐसे लिखना चाहिए इक्वेशन बना के. Rent received is exempt. Late fees and interest on rent, it is taxable. Yeah. Any doubts in your mind, or can you share some more examples? Anyone has come across any agricultural activity? सिटी के बाहर फार्म हाउसेस होते हैं, वहाँ पे हॉर्स रेसेस होते हैं, हॉर्स राइडिंग होती है. ऑल दैट इज विच एक्टिविटी? कमर्शियल एक्टिविटी. वेरी वेल टैक्सेबल. Remuneration of fixed percentage of net profit received by managing agent from a company. Superb. Company is doing agricultural activity. Listen, company की income exempt है. Company has kept an horticulturist. You know who is horticulturist? Who has studies farming. 4 साल का पूरा ग्रेजुएशन पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन होता है, एग्रीकल्चरल के कॉलेज होते हैं. So there they train, and this person is working as a manager in your company which is doing agricultural activity. Now because he is your manager come maintaining a good amount, we share with him 5% profit. Do we do it generally? क्यों करते हैं? If I am the owner of the company, why do I share a part of the profits with my main workers? I want to know that. Say, what is your? I said no, keep the queue open. Why? Huh? Why? You are an outsider, qualified, working for the company. I can pay you salary. I can pay you all the other amenities. Why I am giving you 5% profit of my company? ऐसे होता है या नहीं? घर के लोग अगर कम है तो कोई जो मेन लोग हैं उनको इन्वॉल्व करके 5% प्रॉफिट में शेयर दे. See, this is not relevant for this chapter. This is life skill. You should know कि why is it done. Yeah, share your views, please. Say. Salary is fixed. Okay. Very good, very good, very good. He's saying the company's profit will be less, then he will get less commission. So in short, it gives an ownership feeling. Array, when you are getting 5% of the profit of this company, along with, I'll give you 1 lakh rupees fixed and 5% of the net profit, you will get an ownership feeling. Yes, it's a feeling as if this company belongs to me. मेरी कंपनी है, मेरा भी तो प्रॉफिट में हिस्सा है, एंड ही विल बी मोर एफिशिएंट इन वर्किंग. ये एग्जाम में नहीं लिखना है, दीप्ति मैम ने सिखाया. दिस इज लाइक लाइफ स्किल फॉलोड. सो नाउ हु इज ओनिंग द कंपनी? Okay, they are getting agricultural income, but they are giving percentage of net profit to manager. Why manager is getting net profit percentage? Because he is working for company. Instead of salary, he is getting net profit. So in that hands of the manager, will it be exempt or taxable? Taxable. Take a pause. तीसरी बार सुनो, आराम से सुनो. Company is doing agricultural activity. Company's income is exempt. Company is giving dividend to shareholder. Shareholder के हाथ में dividend taxable. Company has kept a full-time MD, outsider qualified, and they are paying him percentage of the profit. It will be taxable in the hands of that partner or worker, whoever it is. Clear? Read it at home with justification. No one is going to ask you straight questions, dear student, in exam. List this activity. ऐसे कोई नहीं पूछेगा आपसे. हाँ? But they will ask you in the form of the twisted case. चलो. Interest received by money lender in the form of agricultural produce is taxable. Lagan movie. You have given a loan of 1 lakh rupees to farmer. Farmer is saying, sir, interest तो नहीं है पे करने के लिए. I'll give you 25 bags of rice which I have grown. So can you say this 25 bags rice for you? Is it farming income? It's your interest on loan. Because who are you? Money lender. What is the purpose you have given the money? For farming. But you are not doing farming, और वो आपने उनको loan दिया है. So on loan, if they give you interest in the form of agricultural produce, it's very well taxable in your hands. You all are listening this for the first time. So वापस से एक बार just go through all this. Tomorrow also we are doing. There are 2-3 varieties of problem in this small chapter. So we will take this tomorrow, and any conflict in your mind, ask me. Transfer of urban agricultural land. What do you mean by urban? City के limits में. Rural core agriculture. So urban agricultural land. City के बाद बहुत सारे plots खरीदते हैं, बेचते हैं. People are doing that, no? Yesterday I said they buy big plots, then they do all sewerage and plotting and rasta बनाते हैं उसमें से, and then they sell small plots. All that activity, is it taxable? Yes. Selling of the plots is very well taxable. Capital gain लगता है उस पे 20%. Right. Rental income from farmhouse given for non-agricultural purpose. You have a traditional agricultural farmhouse, but then you are giving it for birthday parties, functions, anniversaries, celebrations. Taxable. So many people, they just do the commercial activities, like all that hurda parties are held, you know, that in Telugu you call it jonnal. That small shoots of jawari and all, they just fry it and give it and serve it as a picnic place. So all these are farm activities only, but you are doing it in a commercial way. You are giving everyone, allowing everyone to come to your farm and all, taxable. Clear? Right. Growing mulberry leaves is already discussed. Now we have finished here So 2 minutes break, I am here. Scroll back. What is agricultural land? What is agricultural income? Did you clearly write that agricultural income received from outside India is taxable? Yeah? एक बार scroll करो. And now we'll go to the second question. How agricultural income is taxable? But 2 minutes, here only I am. पढ़ो आप लोग. Scroll up the whole page. पूरा है तो clear है या नहीं? Is it interesting or not? Topic? We'll write some booster notes also today in the end, that it's clear. Check all. This one is also repeated. अच्छा, missed the special note. ये भी पूछते हैं. Repeat है, same ही है. Just read it now once on the very first page. Share of profit or salary received by partner from firm engaged in agricultural operation is exempt. But income derived from saplings, seedlings grown in nursery shall be deemed to be agricultural income, irrespective of whether the basic operation is carried out on land or potted plants. Even if you are doing farming on potted plants, it is exempt. Clear? What? हाँ, nursery and all. Nursery activities अगर city के बाहर हो रहे हैं और वहाँ से बड़े बड़े plants, you know, they supply for the landscape gardening and all that, then very well exempt. You know, nowadays people are taking home gardening classes. They teach you how to grow small plants at your home, in your balcony. All those are commercial activities and very well taxable. Shall we go to the next part? How agricultural income is taxable? Just 5 more minutes and we will start with problems. Agricultural income derived in India is exempt. I told you, I want all of you to write here section 10, and this is not subsection, this is clause. Clause 1 में exempt है. But it is taxable indirectly if following conditions are satisfied. First condition, SSC is individual HUF, AOP, BOI, AJP. कोई जिनको क्या applicable है? Slab rates. If the SSC is ma'am, then what if the SSC is a company, partnership firm? Exempt. But for individual HUF, AOP, BOI, agricultural income is taxable if agricultural income is above 5,000. Agricultural income is above 5,000 and non-agricultural income is above basic exemption, say 2.5 lakh. In short, listen, if a person is a core farmer, he may be having 50 lakh rupees income from agricultural activity. What will be his non-agricultural income? Normal income? Nil. So does he have to pay the tax under this condition? Yes or no? No. No. फिर से एक बार. Person should be whom? Individual, HUF, AOP, BOI. आराम से पढ़ो, 2-4 बार करो और प्रॉब्लम 2 करोगे तो फ्लो में याद हो जाएगा. Person should be whom? Individuals, HUFs, AOP, BOI, AJP. ठीक है? What is his agricultural income above 5,000? Non-agricultural income above basic. Now I twisted the case. I said farmer is having agricultural income 50 lakhs. But non-agricultural income? Nil. Will he be covered under this? No. Let us take our example. My non-agricultural normal income is say 20 lakhs. But I am not having agricultural income. 1,000 bhi nahi hai. Will I be covered in this? No. So you need to satisfy all the 3 cases. Then indirectly agricultural income is taxable. In short, अगर थोड़ा सा pause लो और out of the box सोचो, मैम गवर्नमेंट ये सब क्या झिकझिक है? When agricultural income is exempt, why you want to tax it? Why all this jol? The jol is because you are having agricultural income also, 50 lakhs. and you are one of the richest farmer, you are having non-agricultural income, property, gold, this, that also of 8 lakhs, 10 lakhs, then you pay tax, no? You can't just say to government, मैं तो farmer हूँ and छुट्टी. Purpose is clear or not? It's very beautiful. Agricultural income, we don't want to tax. India is agricultural country. We don't have power to tax agricultural income. But there are some places, if you go in this Andhra and all those places, rich farmlands are there. And they are said to be farmers. Maharashtra, if you go, sugarcane ki farming karte hain. But those farmers are so rich. And they have right from bungalows to cars to everything. Then what is their agricultural income? In lakhs. What is their non-agricultural income? In lakhs. Then pay the tax indirectly. Ma'am, indirectly कैसे करते हैं? वही तो हम problem solve करेंगे. Yeah, ask your doubt. Yeah. Above 5,000 agricultural income पे tax लगेगा when non-agricultural income is above basic exemption. What is non-agricultural income? Normal income. So I am saying a farmer is having 50 lakh rupees agricultural income, but normal income is 0. Taxable income है ही नहीं, वो farm में ही रहता है. Suppose, followed or not? So will he have to pay any tax? अच्छा, person who lives in city, he is having 20 lakhs income, non-agricultural, but farm की कोई income नहीं है, खेती वेती से मेरा लेना देना नहीं है. Do I need to look into all this? So I am telling you the mindset for exam. No one will tell you to calculate the tax in indirect step method. This is called a step method taught by Dipti ma'am. You will have to check the 3 conditions. Is he an individual, HUF, AOP, BOI, AJP? Yes. Is agricultural income above 5,000? Yes. Is non-agricultural income above basic exemption? Yes. Apply which method? Step method. Are all the conditions clear? Chalo. All 3. Yes. लिखो ना. For taxable. हाँ. तो इसको अच्छे से लिखते हैं. आप पूछो ऐसे क्वेश्चन तो और अच्छे से लिखेंगे. For step method tax calculation, which I am going to teach you below. यहाँ पे लिखो. For step method tax calculation, all 3 conditions should be satisfied. And why? Because कहीं और नहीं लिखा है, सब and है. And followed or not? हाँ, इंग्लिश भी पढ़ा लेते थोड़ा बहुत. Or and. Are you an individual? Yes. And are you having total income, taxable income above basic exemption? Yes. Are you having agricultural income above 5,000? Yes. Pay the tax. As per which method? Step method. Shall we start? Calculators सब लाएं अपने. Sharing is not caring for calculators. And start using that calculator which you are going to use for final exam. So that speed comes and your mindset is clear. कि 3 घंटे में 100 marks का paper करना है. Listen, this 19th of March, my CMA final batch students result is going to come. And they are saying कि ma'am 90 marks का paper attempt किया, pass तो हो जाऊंगा, tax में exemption आएगा या नहीं पता नहीं. I said, why like that? 90 marks, if you have done correct, you should get 80 marks. So, you know, sometimes 90 marks if you attempt and students are getting 56, 58. 58 marks out of 90. ये mindset है, कोई book नहीं सिखाएगी. Out of 100, can you get 60 marks? Proportionate पढ़े हैं ना? 90 marks का paper solve किए, so you are getting 58 marks. पूरा 100 कर देते, 10 marks more paper if you would have attempted, surely you would have got 60. And 60 marks means that subject is exempt for you for 3 attempts. So you all are going to clear in the first attempt for sure. But I am just telling you, exemption तो लाना है ना. So the mindset, students are loose. अरे 5-10 mark तो paper नहीं आता, professional exam है. Why that mindset? 100% attempt the paper. and surely you will fare well marks, because marks are there step wise. इसमें 5 marks कैसे देते हैं, I'll tell you. ठीक है, चलो. How to calculate the step? Agricultural income and non-agricultural income, calculate the tax. मैम ये तो कल ही पढ़ाया. क्या पढ़ाया ऐसा कुछ कुछ तो? Agricultural income and basic exemption, calculate the tax. कहाँ पढ़े? Marginal relief. Write down over here जहाँ जगह है. Calculate tax without ESES. I can easily do the printed makeup which looks very ugly, so we are doing this 3D makeup live. Calculate tax without ESES. ये ना साइमल्टेनियस इक्वेशन है, थोड़ा सा ही मैथ्स आता है. एग्रीकल्चरल इनकम, नॉन एग्रीकल्चरल इनकम, कैलकुलेट द टैक्स. योर स्टेप 1. ओके. स्टेप 2 इज agricultural income and basic exemption tax. Step 3 is 1 minus 2. तो ये तो कैंसिल हो जाएगा ना. अरे ऐसा नो. Just if you can understand, not necessary to write also. What we are doing, I am explaining. What is your first step, dear students? Agricultural income. Okay. And non-agricultural income, calculate the tax. Agricultural income and basic exemption, calculate the tax without surcharge. He says कुछ भी नहीं. 1 minus 2 is your tax payable. Just by adding agricultural income, you might go instead of 10 to 20%, you might go into 30% slab. Yes. Less rebate. Rebate याद है? If the total income is up to 5 lakhs, rebate is up to. Thank you. So या तो rebate minus करो, and if the income has exceeded 50 lakhs, then what do you add? Surcharge. Now what tax you get? Add the HEC 4% and pay the tax. Do you need to learn these steps? Honestly not. It's not because I am teaching repeatedly. Marginal relief के steps याद हुए? पक्का? Sure? You need to refer, or now you remember? पहले 51 lakhs पे, फिर 50, फिर tax on 51, excess tax, excess income. So you understand it and you do. Like that we will do this. Sure? Shall we start with problems in the problem notebook? And at the end of the class we will write some nice booster notes to remember this small beautiful topic for 5 marks. शुरू करें. First problem करें साथ में. Notebook में give the heading agricultural income. So many times this is not given as a separate chapter, it's a part of your exempt income, section 10. Some of the books and all, if you refer na, ma'am agricultural income kidhar tha, Milani students ask me. So it is always in the exempt income, section 10 wala chapter. Chalo. Mr. Raja has submitted following details. Compute his tax liability if the age is 50 years or if the age is 75 years. Income from salary, income from house property, income from other sources, and agricultural income. Nice list. Okay. Now, one thing I want to say, dear students. Directly you can start with step marks in the exam. But right now we are in learning mode. I do this for residential status also. So just for our deeper learning, shall we write conditions now in the notebook? एक बार लिखते हैं. Then once you learn it, after 1 or 2 problems, orally you check the conditions, and in exam to save time, directly you can start with step 1. But right now what I want you all to start with? Conditions. Write down conditions for step method. बहुत कंटिन्यू बोल लिया, 1 घंटे से बोल रहे हैं आप लोग. बहुत डाउट्स पूछो तो देन आई विल पॉज. प्रॉब्लम नंबर 1, computation of income of Mr. Raja. They have given you the age also, 50 years, Nothing given, it is always for our financial year, that is 22, 23. So let us compute the income first. Income from salary, how much it is? Income from salary 5 lakhs. इनर कॉलम में अगर 2-3 इनकम है तो ऐड करके लिखते हैं. इनकम फ्रॉम हाउस प्रॉपर्टी, हाउ मच इट इज? 50,000. Next is what? Income from other sources, how much that is? 50,000. Next is what? Agricultural income, is it taxable, dear students? No. So we will write it in inner column the way I taught you presentation for partnership firm. देखो concept learn करना है, problem solve करना है with the concept, that applicability and presentation is important. Because till you clear your, then you can work on tabs on laptops like we are doing. But till you clear your final exam, you have to write 3 hours paper. So presentation is also very important. चलो, एग्रीकल्चरल इनकम कितना है आपका? 1 lakh. Outer column, what will I write? Exempt. So what is my total income? 6 lakh. Now I am writing, sorry I missed writing the conditions above, so in case if you have written, I am writing it now. Conditions to be satisfied for step method. I am repeating, I am making you write honestly so that you learn it. You need not write in exam. Conditions to be satisfied for step method. What is the first condition? This is your first class. You can check it in the book. इसी के ऊपर लिखा है. Individual AOP and all. So can we write that Mr. Raja is an individual? अच्छा है, clear है. Condition is satisfied? Yes. Raja's agricultural income is above 5,000. How much it is agricultural income? Rupees 1 lakh. Presentation is clear or not? Mindset is clear? Raja, you are an individual. What is your agricultural income? Above 5,000. Third is Raja's non-agricultural income. कितनी है? Non-agricultural income above basic exemption. What is Raja's age? 50 years. So what is basic exemption? 250. और देखो non-agricultural income कितना है? How much? 6 lakhs. All three conditions for step method are satisfied. All three conditions for step method are satisfied. So can we start with the step method? Yes. What is step 1? Yeah, you can write like this also in exam. Agricultural income plus non-agricultural income, total pay tax. So what is your agricultural income? 1 lakh. What is your non-agricultural income? 6 lakhs. What is the TI or total income? 7 lakhs. Let us calculate tax on this on working note 1. Tax calculation have we studied in the first chapter? How to calculate tax on 7 lakh slab rate सबको आता है? हाँ. छोड़ दो अभी, don't write the amount. Now, agricultural income plus basic exemption. What is your agricultural income? 1 lakh. What is basic exemption? 250. So on 350 you calculate the tax in working note 2. Though it's very easy, we can do orally also. Now, what is third step? Tax thereon. It is 1 minus 2. 1 minus 2. Agricultural, non-agricultural income, calculate tax without surcharge and ESES. हमने लिखा. First problem it is. Take your time. और एक खुद से भी करना है आज ही. Agricultural income plus basic exemption. Calculate the tax. And tax there on third step. Now, fourth step, genuinely, dear students, is rebate. But will you give rebate in this problem? Because the income has exceeded. So directly whatever tax you get, you will add what? E says 4%. You will get what? Tax payable. अच्छा है, clear है? चलो, now working note 1. Anyone, I need, should I pause? लिख रहे हैं कि हो गया? Are you all comfortable listening? एक और चीज है, when I say try to listen, when I am writing, you also try to write. That you have to do it. And when I am pausing and I am talking to you, listen then. Clear? Chalo. Working note 1. What is the total income? 7 lakh. Is pay tax. Basic exemption 250. What is the tax? Nil. Then next. Next what? 250. How much? 5%, 12,500. And balance how much? Anyone sitting in the class doesn't know this. More than, I think, 30 to 40 problems we must have solved. Examples printed or अपने मन से जो दिए खुद. Above 5 lakh to 7 lakh, the balance 2 lakh. What is the tax? 20%. That is 40,000. How much is the tax? 50 to 500. Shall I add ESES here? I have seen, dear students, in the answer sheet, they add ESES here, and how much should I give them out of 5? इतना ज्ञान तो लिखा ना, स्टेप्स के नाम तो लिखे. 1 mark दूं कि 2 mark दूं? हाँ, 0 they get. Why 0? Because the step 1 answer is only wrong. Step 2 answer is wrong. तो ये खाली डब्बे भरने के लिए थोड़ी मार्क्स मिलेंगे. We may be joking now, but it's like being very alert कि ESES के साथ नहीं करना. So what is the tax? 50 to 500. What about working note 2? Calculate tax on 250 plus 1 lakh, 350. So 350 में basic exemption is only 250. In short, whatever is the agricultural income, on that pay how much tax? 5%. कितना 1 lakh पे 5%? 5,000. Any makeup here? No. Shall I pause? कोई भी पीछे रह गए तो पूछो. फास्ट जा रहे हैं. अच्छा लिखो. Make working note 1 and 2 complete in your book. 1 and 2. Yeah, online students, what is the doubt? Urban agricultural land pe whether you do farming or you buy and sell urban agricultural land, it is taxable. And second thing is jaggery preparation, ma'am. Yes, nice example. वो जैगरी की स्टोरी कल आपको बताएंगे. शुगर केन भी हम ही उगाते हैं और जैगरी यू ऑल नो. Good. Sugar and all also. Nice example. We'll do that tomorrow. It's a combo. Agriculture भी है, non-agriculture भी है. चलो ये clear है यहाँ तक? Finish writing working note 1 and 2. Come back. What is the tax here? 5,000. 1 minus 2. What is the tax? 47,500. On that he says 1,900. $49,400 is the tax payable. हो गया, chapter खत्म. Every chapter should be like this, no? Start and finish. What is the first step? Agricultural income, non-agricultural pay tax. Then agricultural income and Basic exemption, pay tax. In short, basic exemption, the exempt, you are paying the tax on agricultural income only. है ना? Second में, 1 minus 2 is your tax payable. And if this taxable income is above 50 lakhs, add surcharge. If it is less than 5 lakh, minus rebate. And then you do the ESS and all. Clear? एक और problem साथ में करें. And now the speed will increase. Some of you are writing, थोड़ा जल्दी लिखो. That is homework. आधा पेज छोड़ो उसके लिए. पूरे steps फिर से लिखना. And same Raja, if the age is 75 years, what will be the difference in the answer? Basic exemption is 3 lakh. ठीक है. चलो. We are doing right now fifth problem. Fifth problem. Every time I think if I am doing fifth problem, next time I should print fifth problem as second problem. We should do in sequence, no? तो अभी आप मार्किंग सीख जाओ. जो जो प्रॉब्लम हो गया ना आप मार्क कर देना. इनफैक्ट आई विल ऑल्सो मार्क. Sometimes I do after first, second problem, then sometimes I do fifth problem. Chalo, fifth problem together. Roja has submitted you. There's a concept of. No, I want to take the concept of rebate. इसमें नहीं है ना, rebate किस में है? Rebate है ही नहीं. ठीक है चलो. Income from salary, how much it is? Stop talking. 280. Income from house property 250. Agricultural income 480. Yeah. And then they say, stop talking. What happened? You all want to do it on your own? कि एक साथ में करें? हाँ. And expenses incurred for earning the agricultural income. How much it is? 170. So we will deduct that. Now we are not writing the conditions. Is Mr. Raja an individual? Yes. Is the agricultural income above 5,000? Is the non-agricultural income above basic exemption? Shall we follow step method? Will anyone say in the exam? बेटा इधर जरा स्टेप मेथड लगाओ. कोई नहीं बोलेगा. मैम आई डिडंट रिमेंबर. अगर मुझे याद आता ना स्टेप मेथड तो टकाटक याद था, पर याद तो आना चाहिए. यू हैव टू अप्लाई स्टेप मेथड. हाँ राइट. यू वांट टू राइट कंडीशंस आर श्योर क्लियर. चलो जल्दी से करते हैं फिफ्थ प्रॉब्लम. प्रॉब्लम नंबर 2. 5. Computation of income. RRR नाम होना चाहिए ना. ये सब नाम पुराने हो गए. RRR is getting Oscars and if we don't take the name. What is the age we are taking? Let us take the age as 70 years. Will you do 35 years as homework? Okay, chalo. What is the first step? Start writing. I will not give this time to copy because khatam karna hai isko. Agricultural income plus non-agricultural income, calculate the tax. So write it. How much is the agricultural income? Yeah, I didn't even write that computation. Directly I started with the steps. It's okay. What is non-agricultural income? वो minus करके लेना है आपको. कितना है? Agricultural income is 480. Non-agricultural income, how much is it coming? 3 lakh. Yeah, some of you are getting confused. Non-agricultural income is given 4,80,000 and related expenses are given 1,70,000. So what is it? 310. So 480 and 310. What is the total income? Calculate the tax in working note 1. Array, I skipped computation. You want to write computation? Some confusion is seen or clear? What is agricultural income? Are you all seeing in the notes? 4 lakh 80. No. Array, I have written wrong. Yeah. Okay, I have done a mistake. 1 minute. I did a mistake. What is agricultural income? 3 lakh 10,000. And what is non-agricultural income? Yeah, we should have done the computation. 280 plus, how much is it? Excuse me. Stop discussing, please. Which problem? It's not a good sign as a teacher. जाग रहे हैं ना आप लोग सब? हाँ, I want all of you to write it. Agricultural income is 480, but related expenses are given, so take it as 310. I want you to write this. ऊपर जगह नहीं है तो 6 लाइन छोड़ के नीचे लिखो. Come on, please now. And what is non-agricultural income? Salary income is 280 and house property is 250. So what is agricultural income? 530. What I missed and we were confused was I didn't do that computation. Chalo. Agricultural income 310, non-agricultural income 530. What is the total income? 8 lakh. We'll calculate the tax. Second, agricultural income plus basic exemption. We'll calculate the tax. What is agricultural income? 3,10,000. And what is his age? RRR 70 years. So what will be the basic exemption? 3 lakhs. So 6,10,000. Calculate the tax in working note 2. Third is tax thereon. What is tax thereon? 1 minus 2. Shall I do minus rebate? Income is above 5 lakh. So, acha, which income is above 5 lakh? Very in-depth question. Total income including agriculture or excluding agriculture? No. Agricultural income is otherwise exempt, no? अरे ये देखो फिर आपको नहीं समझा. Agricultural income we have written in inner column and exempt. So which total income we have to see for rebate? Normal income. Okay? I want to take one problem of rebate के साथ. कल करेंगे. नहीं है तो हम create करेंगे. Problem number 6. और add करेंगे. हाँ? चलो. So tax thereon. Right now directly what? E says 4% and this is your tax payable. Any doubt until now? Pin drop silence. Stop discussing. Confused or clear? Confused? Those who are confused, have you written this step? Then you will be clear. Agricultural income, non-agricultural income, calculate the tax. Agricultural income, basic exemption, calculate the tax. What I said now for rebate, I think you're confused. I'll give a note for that. Chalo. Right now, come to working note 1. What is your total income? 8,40,000. Calculate the tax. Basic exemption, how much should I take? Superb. 3 lakh. Then next, 2 lakhs. 5%, how much? 10,000. 12,500 नहीं लिखना ना. हाँ. Basic exemption change हो जाएगा dear. Balance. After 5 lakh, how much is the income? 3 lakh 40,000 pay how much? 20%. That's coming to how much? 68,000. So what is the tax? 78,000. Working note 2. What is the total agricultural income plus basic exemption? 6,10,000. What is the basic exemption? 3 lakh. Then the balance 2 lakh pay 5% 10,000. And then again balance after the 5 lakh. Some of you, if you have not done slab rates and if you have missed the class, you will be stuck here. ये समझ में आ रहा है? Tax calculation. If not also, can you copy and watch those videos? Huh? These basic lectures are all uploaded in the YouTube also. You can check from there or you can take from sir. Only these basic, all are not going to be there in the YouTube. ठीक है? 1,10,000 पे कितना? 20%. And that is how much? 22,000. So what is the tax? 32,000. Come back. What is the step 1 answer? 78,000. What is the step 2 answer? 32,000. Next, what is the tax thereon? Step 1 minus 1 और 2 हो गया नीचे के अभी कोई लिख रहे हैं? Finish writing? Are you all writing? No, the second last bench. नहीं लिख रहे हैं ना, आपकी नोटबुक खाली है ना? No, you are third last. आप लिख रहे हैं, honestly लिख रहे हैं. सेकेंड लास्ट के नोटबुक्स मैं जाते वक्त चेक करूंगी, ऑटोग्राफ दूंगी. यहाँ लिखा सब ये वर्किंग नोट. Write down, and if you have missed the slab rates, do the class now. You have paid such a nice fees. You should take worth of the fees. Don't miss out anything. Clear or not? Chalo, come back fast. 1 minus 2 is the tax pay there on how much? On that 4%. 1840. So what is the tax payable? 47,840. Homework is if he is 35 years, what will be the basic exemption? 250. And you know, by this way also you are revising the slab rates. है ना? ठीक है ना? Clear है ना? चलो जल्दी से come to your booster notes, other notebook, where you are writing all gist notes of every chapter. Close this book with 3 homeworks. Problem number 5, 1 part homework. Problem number 1, 1 part homework, and problem number 2, homework. Problem number 2 is also homework. मैं भी लिख देती हूँ, नहीं तो यूनाइटेड वी स्टैंड. नहीं मैम, आपने कहाँ बोला था प्रॉब्लम नंबर 2 होमवर्क? बिकॉज टुमारो आई विल गिव सम प्रॉब्लम्स ऑन माई ओन फॉर रिबेट. रिमाइंड मी, एक आधा प्रॉब्लम रिबेट के साथ कर लेंगे. ओके, कम बैक टू योर बूस्टर नोट्स एंड राइट डाउन फास्ट. पॉइंट नंबर 1 जल्दी से लिखो. एग्रीकल्चरल इनकम इन इंडिया. चैप्टर का नाम और हेडिंग बाद में लिखना. आई एम डिक्टेटिंग, यू ऑल राइट इट. एग्रीकल्चरल इनकम इन इंडिया exempt under section 10(1). Agricultural income in India exempt under section 10(1). Finish writing. Agricultural income from foreign country taxable. ये आपके रीडिंग नोट्स हैं, which will help you to, fix up your concept super well. Agricultural income from foreign country taxable under income from other sources. Third, agricultural income should be on agricultural land. Correct or not? In the same point, write down situated 8 kilometers away from city limit. 8 kilometers away from city limit is agricultural land, and on that you should get agricultural income. 6 kilometers and 2 kilometers के restriction आप घर में लिखोगे. That booster note you complete from the table, kitni population and all. Okay, so leave the lines like I have left. Next very important point and very clear right now is agricultural income from 3 sources. What is the first one? Rent received from agricultural activity. Speed, speed, speed. 3 hours you have to finish the paper. दीप्ति मैम ने क्लास में ही भगाना शुरू कर दिया. किसने बोला? शाहरुख खान ने. चक दे इंडिया में. भागो भागो भागो. Rent received from agricultural activity. Second, income from agricultural process. If you yourself are doing agricultural process, it's an agricultural income. And last one is agricultural income from outhouse. Agricultural income from outhouse. Okay, these are half incomplete booster notes as we have come to our timelines to complete the class. Below this we will write all conditions and step and whatever you want to add on. Like you were writing something, no, कि shareholders को taxable है, company को नहीं है. जो point आपको लिखना है, you say, we will write it together. Okay, so with the homeworks and with some special problems for sugarcane grown and then sugar produced, ऐसे जो combo वाले business हैं, how do they calculate the income, we'll do it tomorrow. Any more doubts in today's class? Yeah, rebate should be taken on total income excluding agricultural income. No books will say, but very clear. Why? Ma'am, just now you said add agricultural income and pay tax. But agricultural income we are adding for tax calculation, otherwise it is exempt, no? In the computation of income, agricultural income is exempt. Look at this. Your doubt I am clearing. जो first problem किया था ना, ये देखो. आपकी total income कितनी है? 6 lakhs. Are you all with me? With agricultural income it is how much? 7 lakhs. So for rebate, which income you will see? 6 lakhs. Your normal income, if it is up to 5 lakh, give rebate. I'll create one problem tomorrow and do. दोनों करेंगे. सरचार्ज करना है तो वो भी करेंगे. ठीक है? Right. और कोई doubt? Anyone? And examples I don't want to repeat, dear students. This can you please read and come this all again. Taxable, non-taxable वाला जो है ना confusion, उसको पढ़ के आना है. Right? Thank you so much all of you.